Yay! We're back again for another tip. Tip number 5. How are you today, William?
Awesome.
Awesome. And for people who
Yeah.
don't know us, I'm Bianca. I'm an accent coach, and this is William. We can say a learning enthusiast, an enthusiast at
Yep.
learning. All right, all right.
Uh, and especially using language models like ChatGPT.
Language models like ChatGPT. Yes, there's a bunch that we're going to show you how to use. Every week we come here for about 15, 20 minutes. We give you one single tip each week. And William, can you tell us what's the tip of the day and how is it going to be helpful to us?
Today, using one extension on your browser, the idea is that when you go in an online dictionary, so you're learning English, we will use the example of learning English. Let's say you came across one word, and yeah, you get definitions and so on, but I want example sentences to know how it is used in real life. And perhaps some dictionaries include example sentences that are too short or are not meaningful. So with the help of ChatGPT, you could get uh, those examples. So you learn exactly how to use this word.
So this is going to be really helpful for anybody learning English. And as far as I understand,
Yep.
you can do this in other languages too. For example, I can do this in Spanish or for French or Arabic. Anybody can do these, right?
In about 70 something languages. Yeah.
Wow.
Most of
Super
the
helpful.
more widely spoken languages are supported.
Awesome, awesome. So we're going to have some steps to show you. We're going to take you through step by step. But first, I wanted to say that I have something very special right now, which is our challenge club. And I used to do this challenge club on Telegram, and now I'm putting it on Discord because Discord is where everything happens. So we've got this new challenge club. Well, I shouldn't say new challenge club, it's got a new home on Discord. So we're celebrating that. This is, if you're watching this live, we're just about to start the month of June. And in June, I like to talk about basic intonation because in July, we're going to talk about advanced intonation, and it's just a lot. So I split it into 2 months, and this month, I want to give you a free trial to our newly homed challenge club on Discord. So you'll see in the links below, you'll see that you just need to send me a comment that says free challenge, and I'll get you started with a survey that gives you the link for that. So I wanted to plug that really quickly before we go through the steps of how can I find the sample sentences, more sample sentences when learning a language, in this case English, by using large language models, particularly ChatGPT today. So take it away. Tell us the
Yep.
steps. What do we need to do first?
Okay, first is to install this extension. It's the same we used last time, but if it's the first time you see this, you will have the link in the description. So you just click this button. It will say install instead of remove. That's because I already have this extension. And once you click, you will have a pop-up. You say yes, I want to install this. And then at the top of the browser, you will have this icon. And in case you don't see this icon, you, you click on the puzzle icon. You will see all of the things you have installed. Now I have a lot more than what you will. And you click on this, on the pin. So make sure to click this so it appears at all times here. And that's it. That's all you need to do, and you only need to do it once. So you can forget this already.
Awesome.
Then, yeah. So let's say just a quick reminder is you make a selection in a website and it triggers this menu. You have this tooltip menu. Nice. And you have a lot of options. Those are prompts that you can use for GPT. So instead of going to the GPT, copy and paste, we just do it here. Last time we did the explain this. If you remember with the bridges, San Francisco Bridge and so on. So all of these are built in. Improve writing, da da da. But what we'll do today is an example, no pun intended, of custom templates. Yeah, custom templates.
Custom.
This I already have this, so I will run it first to see how. what is the we will define the steps to create it. So I will run this example, and while it's doing this, is you know that occlude, it's not a common word. According to dictionary.com, it's post level, post college. It's really advanced, and you know that it can be a verb as an object or without an object, and there's a meaning in dentistry, methodology, and so on. And it can mean to close, to shut in, but I don't have example sentences of all of those different meanings, right? So now we have a list. The dentist used a dental dam to occlude the tooth during the procedure. It's oh nice. I have this meaning in dentistry. The heavy curtains were drawn to occlude the sunlight from entering the room. It's oh, this is a different meaning, right? You get the another example. The dense fog began to occlude the view, making it difficult to navigate. It's oh, this is in this meaning methodology. So even if I don't have the same order, at the very least, I have one example sentence for each case, like magic. So with two clicks of a button, that's it. Nice. So
So
this is super useful in this case that, okay, I get the meaning, but what does the difference of, yeah,
the
yeah,
two different ones, right? Yeah. I wanted to see if you do those two steps again and show us the difference between what we're seeing on the dictionary again and what this is giving us and why that's important. Can you go through this word occlude again one more time?
sure. So occlude in this case happen to be two entries because it's a verb that can be used as an object or without the object. And it has a total of five meanings. It can be to close, to shut, but then shut in, out, and off is yes, but what's the difference, right? So even if I know the meaning, it's not enough how to use it in real life if I haven't seen it before. And in this case, I only get the definition. There's no example sentence, sent, yeah, at all. So in this case, I want to create example sentences, not only for just this word, but for every single meaning. As we came across before, we had one from dentistry, methodology, and so on. It's out of order. It's the only difference, but we get the same experience. And if we do the same thing with a different dictionary, this is Merriam-Webster. Merriam, let's say it's the opposite at dictionary.com. It's pretty good, usually, with example sentences, but the definitions are super, super brief, like to close up, also conceal or absorb. Done. Oh, I think that's not enough. And you get some examples. Cosmetic that includes pores. Yes, I have some idea how to use it to minimum. The example is not enough because I'm not native. Perhaps for a native speaker, that will be enough. So I can ask example sentences, and it's what we have here. And if you noticed, what we created is this prompt by using the menu. When I did this and I selected the example, it provided this. Now the question is how you create this, right? Because this is not built in. I have created this off screen. So this is what we will do now. You can click. There's a button, a three dot menu here, and the first option says Edit Custom Prompts. Click that, and it opens a new tab in the browser. You will need to change to move a little our faces. Custom prompts. So all of this is the built-in, and if you see the icon that says read only, that's because it's built in. And this is the one I added. So for my convenience, I will delete it now. Okay, yes, delete. So how you create that? There's one button here that says new option. You click on new option. Now you need a name. I will just call it example. We could say example sentence English in case you have different languages and so on. Then you can decide an icon to represent this feature. And I will select this one. And then you need the template. You see here the text, I think is kind of hard to read of the contrast color put in ChatGPT every time. So what you will copy and paste every time, it will be here. What I suggest is to use this. Please provide a few example sentences for this word. And now I have this. This thing is what is called a placeholder. What it means is selected text between double curly brackets. That means that when I make the selection with the mouse, the text that is being selected, it will be replaced here because this is a template. And you also will have this text. So if you want to reproduce this, you just copy and paste it. You need to try this by yourself. And then we add more to the or many examples. Perhaps is always.
Oh, I think we lost William. So I want to say that what we were doing originally was we were showing you how to find and extract example sentences when there aren't any there, or to have more when there are there. So I think we lost William's connection. So what you would want to do is copy the very specific prompt, and you're going to create that in the three-dot menu. So first, install the extension, number one. Number two, go to change it to make it custom with the three-dot menu. You're going to create a custom prompt, and you don't have to think of it. We've already got it. It's down below in the comments, in the description. Sorry, in the description of the video. It's down below in the description. So you'll copy and paste that. You don't even have to think of it. You don't have to make it up. Then whatever it is you highlight, that's going to follow the prompt, right? And so we're using an extension today. We also have the link of the extension down below. It happens to be ChatGPT, but you can do this with some others as well. So William's going to come back with us and recap some of those things and maybe give us one more example there. So William, hi.
Hello,
Hi
are we up
again.
again?
Hi again. Everything good?
Okay, yeah, nice. What was the last thing you seen?
I was explaining how you talked about how to copy and paste what we have in the description, which is the custom prompt. So they're going to copy and paste that custom prompt, and by following the three-dot menu, say that it's custom, and then put that prompt in there. And whatever is it within the brackets, that means whatever's highlighted is going to follow the prompt. Is that correct?
Yes. And just a reminder, we cannot see the screen now.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, it's because I have to
Yeah,
share the
if you want to
screen
share
again.
your screen, we can share your screen again. And then there we go. All right. So we're gonna share William's screen.
No worries.
There we go. And I'm gonna add our pictures back in there. But go ahead and run us through this again, what we need to do.
So when you want to create a new, basically a prompt template, so you need to put a name. In this case, I will just call it example. Then just the icon, you will know, yeah, it's this option I want.
Oh, again, we lost him again. That's not great. I think it's his internet connection. So what are we doing today? We're looking at words in the dictionary, and we're saying that, hey, maybe there's not a great example sentence here, or I'd like a better example sentence here. And dictionaries vary. We saw how in dictionary.com it was the meaning themselves or the definitions were a little bit bigger than they were in, I think it was Merriam-Webster that we looked at, and neither of them had great example sentences, so we want to make our own. Well, we want to have ChatGPT make our own sentences. So sorry about that, one more try. Let's give it another try here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can run through this again. We saw the example of occlude, and maybe we have time for one extra example. But first, we're doing the prompt. We give it a name. We choose an icon, right? And all of this is through the extension, correct?
Yes. And now you can see it here. You will need to move a little your face. Okay, here you go. We have the example with the icon. The example plus is the option I had already before that I did off screen. And as soon as we do it, we can already run it. There's no need to restart or anything. So if we go back here, in this case, Miriam, and I make the selection of occlude, now in the menu, I have the example, the option we just created. And you just click it, and here you go. What happens now that the example sentences are slightly different because ChatGPT is what is called non-deterministic. That means that if you ask the same question, the answer won't be the same. Every time will be different. So in this case, is trees, the blood. I think before we had the curtains. Now it's the blood. But even though they are good example sentences, anyways. Nice. And then really quickly, I want to just add one more detail that you may encounter, and it's regardless. In this case, it's a word that can be an adjective and an adverb.